So to start off with, I'm going to ask a bunch of leading questions, and hopefully these are the type of questions that people typically have. And if there's something I don't cover, obviously you guys can talk to us afterwards or ask us immediately afterwards.
Yeah, we'll do it. Q&A.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So to start off with, let's talk about mobile. The two broad categories are the leading social apps in terms of using AR experiences, and then an independent app.
Yeah.
In terms of those two categories, what's feasible now and what are people doing?
Yeah. So when we develop for clients or prospective ideas, if you do a custom app, it's going to be way more robust, right? If you're curious, we use a Unity engine. Vuforia is the computer vision plugin that we use. You could do a lot of AR doing that. The biggest problem, as I was talking to that gentleman over there, downloads. It's very hard to get people to download your custom AR app. So you might have this amazing experience. How are you going to get them to use it? All right. So you could have this cool experience with a custom AR app versus using something that might be on their phone, most likely on their phone already. And now we're talking about Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. They're already on it, and people don't really think about them as an AR company. They're one of the leaders in AR, all of them. They do a lot in computer vision. When you do a face filter, you're doing AR, right? You're augmenting the reality that you're looking at, that is your face at that time. And the great thing about that is, even if it's not as robust, you're instantly connected to all your followers, right? You can go from the AR experience that might have branded content in terms of face filter or product placement, and you're sharing it on a social network in 5-10 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
And so the other thing for you guys, for everyone to keep in mind, is when we're talking about social networks, something that people don't know is like Facebook and Instagram, they have the same SDK for development of AR projects.
SDK meaning it's the software program that you have to develop to get it onto Facebook.
But the numbers are drastically different.
Yeah.
So we've made experiences for both Facebook and Instagram just to see like what type of results a marketing campaign can potentially have with no marketing budget for both situations. For the things that we do for Facebook, it literally gets like 40 to 60 views. For the things that we've been messing around with for the past 2 weeks, we just made like some little mini games in AR for stories for Instagram. That's getting like 500K in like less than a week. No budget, it's just like random side projects we're doing. So this isn't even like a matter of like 100-fold. We're talking like 10,000 to like 100,000-fold more engagement for like something we make with no budget.
Yeah, some quick context on that. People need to be looking at Instagram and their filters. You're looking at a platform with billions of people on it. This particular thing that we're talking about right now is actually in closed beta right now. So we were lucky enough to get in on early on it. They're opening it up to brands in about 3 months. 3 to 4 months is what we're guessing. So in that time frame, brands are going to start creating their own filters. Now you can imagine, when you pay for a PPC, you don't know what they're doing, right? With a filter, you know that they're engaging with it visually, they're interacting with it, and you want to make it fun for them, but they are fully engaged while they're doing it. And we were talking about the times that people are using. The average ad campaign, people might interact with it 15, 30 seconds. With a face filter, it's in the 90-second range, over a minute, right? So people are engaged doing this stuff, and they're really holding on to it. Now, again, you want to make it fun. You don't want to just put, like, Coke all over their face.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. You can do either. You can do whatever you want. But they have fun with it. And the crazy thing is they share it. They become your marketing tool.
Yeah.
And it's quite powerful.
And the other thing to keep in mind is in terms of performance, Snapchat is somewhere in between Facebook and Instagram. Closer to Instagram, but still smaller. You'll probably get results like 1/4, more or less. Just because, the user base has a different size, right? And then the other emerging thing, they haven't opened up any platform for it, but something, you should think about in the periphery is TikTok pretty much commands, it's the fastest growing audience as of last quarter, the last winter quarter. It's in the 100 million range of users. It's probably going to be like 1 billion by like next year. It pretty much has a monopoly on like the 12 to 18-year-old audience. Now, obviously, there's problems with this audience. Namely, they don't have money. But if you have a client or a prospective client that you want to pitch something for, it's probably inevitable that they're going to have an AR development program similar to Snapchat and Facebook's and Instagram's AR type.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok
things.
also, all the social media platforms are investing heavily in AR. Now, they don't call it AR because not many people are familiar with that terminology, right? They'll call it face effects or filter effects, things like that. But the core tech is all augmented reality. Whenever you're looking at a world that is in front of you and you're seeing digital information on it, that's what we call augmented reality. And that is coming in different forms very, very fast. We imagine within 5-10 years, people will have an AR device on their body, on their face, kind of like AR glasses, very, very soon. And Apple is betting huge on this. Again, something pretty known in the industry, but not known to many people. Apple is investing billions in creating the next wearable, which are AR glasses. It's essentially Tim Cook's legacy. He's hoping, right? And this is all this investment's going into it right now. So we're going to see it develop over the next couple of years. A lot of things have to happen. Hardware has to get smaller. Software has to get faster. But imagine to see this in the periphery happening very, very soon.
Yeah.